Hello, everyone. Welcome to the season 2 episode of Talking BizTech. I'm your host, Saqif, and today we are going to explore virtual events. But before we do that, I just want to thank all Innovative Production for making this happen. It's a content studio which produces audio and video contents. And if you want to know more about them, my link, my URL is in the description box. So check them out. Make sure to check them out, and make sure to contact me, and I'll be happy to help. So now back to the topic. When I do want to touch base with you about the virtual events. When countries began enforcing social distancing measures in order to combat COVID-19 pandemic, many business events, many business events and conference had to be postponed or canceled in order to comply with the rules. Many companies had to do that, and as a result, virtual events has become more popular than comparing to physical events. Many, I apologize. Moving forward, many business and event companies prefers virtual events because of how easy and affordable it is to host and how effective it is to generate leads. In 2020, number of organizations doubled their virtual events, and 91% of participants chose keeping members connected as their main goal when setting up the virtual events. So many companies and more companies are moving towards virtual events rather than physical events, and virtual events are coming. Are There are a lot of virtual events, and also it's easy for companies to host live events. So my guest for today's episode is Tony Lynch, who is the grief coach and an entrepreneur. He's the grief coach of a nonprofit organization called Memories of Us. So let me just go ahead and bring him on Talking BizTech. Hello, Tony.
How you
Tony,
doing, brother?
good. And you, sir?
I am doing well, man. It's a pleasure to be here. So thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome, sir. And Tony, this is even though this is your second time on the show,
Mhm.
I just I'm just gonna ask you the similar question. It's because of for the sake of newer audience.
Mhm.
Um, so can you tell me about yourself and your educational background?
Oh wow. Yeah. So just a little bit about myself. I'm Tony Lynch. I'm 47. I live in Loving, Colorado, and as you said before, I am the founder of Memories of Us and also a podcast host of Memories of Us podcast. So, been uh, Memories of Us is, like you said, a nonprofit organization, and we're unique in a way is that we provide grief support for men. And when it comes down to it, I wanted to provide a space for men who have lost loved ones. Now, the education that came behind that was a lot of lived experience, but I am certified in mental health first aiding. I am certified in suicide prevention, and I'm a certified recovery coach as well. I am in the process of getting my certification to become a grief coach and then become another grief educator as well, so I can help grief coaches be better by being mindful of their own triggers, more self-aware. All of these things that are important when you're dealing with people going through loss, right? So there's a whole lot of different things that um, that play in a factor in there that intertwine with one another.
That is amazing. So actually, I just want to touch base with you. Wow, your friend Nathan just messaged me on. Sorry, Nate just messaged me on Facebook, so I had to share this link with them.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, no worries. I thought they already had it, actually, because that's how we were getting set up. I was like, well, all right.
uh, but yeah, thank you so much for sharing me yourself and your educational background. I just want to know, in your words, Tony, what is a virtual event to you?
Oh, wow. In my words,
Yeah.
it's an excellent way to reach a lot more people at one given time. So it's a great way to network with people from across the world. It's a great
Mhm.
way for people to stay safe in the time of COVID, right? But also still be able to connect in a virtual way with other people and be able to support each other.
Oh, that is correct. I feel like the attendees, or I believe they're also called the exhibitors. They love. I mean, some people are comfortable interacting face to face.
Hmm.
Yeah, using the. I mean, with the screen. I mean, Zoom has their own private. Like, I believe that it's a private room where, like, if there's an event happening with number of people, then separately, people can interact with one another separately using that private room. And I believe there are a lot of features, kind of. I mean, there are a lot of features that has benefit to it as well. And I also wanted to touch base with you about the purpose of virtual event is that you're able to launch new solution products, you can
Hmm.
share new information, you can engage with the people that are valuable to your industry. Uh, you can have a great conversation with people. The purpose can also be educational.
Right,
Um,
right.
right, and virtual events do offer in platform videos, solutions and chats and business opportunities, and like I mentioned at the start of this podcast, is entrepreneurs can use virtual events to generate more leads. Actually, a matter of fact, your friends are here, so let me just bring them in. Hello, Josh, and
How are you? Well, good morning.
Get
Nate.
over a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's get friendly. Let me
Let
zoom
me
out a
try.
little bit.
Let me try. Um, is this better or?
Yeah.
No, it's a lot better. Now I can see them
Yeah,
both.
I can see.
Okay, there we go.
Before it was kind of
Okay,
split in half.
That was a little
that's better.
interesting. How we doing this morning, Saqif?
Good, and you, sir?
Wonderful, man. Just knocking some work out, getting this event ready.
Oh, perfect. So
Yeah, that's funny. We were just talking about virtual events, and I hadn't even said anything to him just yet.
Yeah,
'Cause
we came in just on that part as you guys were
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
we were
that, so that
talking
was a
about
good
it.
jump in
So
for us. Absolutely.
yeah, so
perfect.
that's one thing that you were talking about that I found, very interesting because we're doing the same thing. We're actually in the process of putting together a global grief conference virtual event, and think about the opportunities that it presents to all of the members and the people who are interacting. And the more we get into the virtual aspect of it, we realize that the possibilities of having different booths, expanding that experience, making it more enjoyable, so to speak. We finding that there's a lot of different ways that people are doing it now, right? So I mean, the possibilities are endless now. Even in the time of COVID, virtual world is, one of the things that is going to be around for a while. And honestly, it's an excellent way for us to, as I said before, connect with people from across the world. we're doing podcasts. You're in Canada. I'm in Loveland. We're in Loveland. Clear a few states, right? And a couple time zones over, right? And here we are now talking in real time, and having fun doing it.
Oh yes, it is. It is fun doing it. I agree with you. And Nate and Josh, I do have a question for you guys. So for the newer audience, can you tell us about yourself and also the Chickenfox production?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So really, this all started because of Tony. Tony came to us one day and he's like, "I want to start a podcast." I'm like, "That's cool, man." He's like, "No, I want you to manage my podcast, do my podcast." And so, did a little bit of research, came back to him a couple days later, and I'm like, "Okay, this is here's a list of equipment I need." He's like, "Okay," so we put that stuff on order. I did a little bit more research, about a week and a half later, all that stuff came in. I got Josh here to help me set it up and make sure everything was working, and just kind of took off from there, man. We just started doing it, and then we kind of hit a point where it was nonsense to not make something out of this. So we
kind of like a pop-up company from somebody else's idea,
right? we hit that point of, you know what, let's make this legit. So we set up the LLC, and we've just been cooking ever since, man. Josh has years of experience doing all this audio stuff.
Yeah,
I just happen to be a really quick learner and figured out at least the necessities to the video stuff. But man, we just keep cooking, and everything just keeps getting better every time we put something out.
Oh wow, that is awesome. And it's funny how you mentioned a pop-up company and then taking someone else's idea. But I'm glad that three of you are in this together, and you're actually working really well. I do watch your podcast, and it's and also actually Tony, can you tell me more about the 3 days workshop in your community, and what are some of the virtual event ideas that you have to socialize, how people can socialize online?
Okay. If you don't mind, we can both answer that.
Yeah, I was going to say
that I don't know just yet, because I deal with a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So there's going back and forth. We're a team, dude. That's just
right.
Right. They take off most of the burden off of me, so I can focus on the sponsorships and things like that. But for a basic, a little bit of a rundown, not a basic rundown. So we have grief experts, we have death doulas, we have end-of-life caregivers, children's workshops and things like that with people from across the world. That's why we called it a global event. It was like, it just made sense to us to do something like that. We have podcasters. So we have grief podcasters from across the world as well as guest speakers from across the world. So we originally looked at it and said, let's do a 72-hour event. Let's see what happens. And within the first week, the response was so great that we were just going, okay, let's see where it goes now. So, to help me fill in the blanks, Josh and Nate can tell you a little bit more about it.
Yeah. For the most part, the socializing part, networking and everything, so the people watching can respond along with the video. We're going to be streaming through StreamYard like you do, and onto Facebook Live and YouTube Live, so people can comment as the interviews are going along.
As well on Twitch.
And Twitch as well.
Oh,
so
wow.
we'll be able to keep the people that are watching in contact directly with them using the comment bar, and they can answer questions as they're doing their live podcasts or their workshops to hopefully, keep everybody networked together and really try and show people that there's more people out there than what you think that can help.
We're essentially trying to create a what's the word? Showcase. We're trying to create a showcase for all of these grief professionals to come and show the world what they do, how they can help each other, and I see no reason that there's not going to be one next year, just by how this one's already looking out, and we're only in the beginning planning stages of it.
Wow.
We're already talking on good possibility of extending it longer than 72 hours. I mean, if we can get the contacts in for speakers and get all these slots filled, this could go on for a week.
That's pretty amazing. And I just actually I do have I should have mentioned that the question should be for the three of you. And actually, I my next question is for the three of you. I just want to know, like, so just to sum it up, what platforms are you guys using, and what video organization, what video conferencing tools do you use to organize virtual events?
We are using Zoom right now.
Zoom.
Zoom is what we're using to speak with everybody.
Yeah.
Until we put on the event. It's as of right now, we're still going to be streaming on StreamYard onto the other platforms. But
we are looking at a couple different virtual conference platforms. Haven't completely made up our mind on that. Not set in stone, but we do like one of them a little better than the others.
But you were saying video organization. Are you talking like the programs we use, or?
Actually, I meant video conferencing too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no, we're looking into one of these virtual conference platforms. It's just way too great of a thing.
I can't remember what it's called.
I don't want to say the wrong name nor brand anything right now. So, no, it's that I expect this event to be huge. Definitely right now we've just got it set to stream off of StreamYard onto our other platforms. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe in the virtual event, I should still be able to live stream that stuff over to the StreamYard to go onto our other platforms still. So I really don't expect it to be any more than just a more secure platform to hold the conference on.
Wow. I have a quick question for you, for the three of you. Is it so the social media channels that you're using is Facebook and Twitch? Is that correct?
Facebook, yeah. Twitch, and YouTube.
Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Awesome. And I actually want to touch base with you about the different types of virtual events. Just want to share with my viewers. So the types of virtual events are online trade shows, career fairs, orientation, trainings, corporate meetings, convention, corporate. I believe I said corporate events twice. So I just want to know what type of events are you guys doing, and also I want the three of you to answer this. How does virtual events benefit the economy?
Well, the way it benefits the economy is that you don't when people are online, they're not out and about, right? So we can lessen down the car pollution and all of those things, and also it's a great way for us to be comfortable in our own environment as well. So we can be at home, or you can be sitting in the car on your phone, right? It just makes it that much more convenient. And far as the type of events that we're doing, included in the event that we're hosting, we got fundraisers. So when you look at the different aspects from in person to virtual, again, it's your reach. It's all about how you market that reach and who is your target niche, right? So since we have people from across the board, grief professionals and podcasters from across the board, that widens our niche. And so it would be sort of like a corporate meeting, but not the same sort of setting, right? This would be more fun based. We want people to interact with us in the workshops. We want people
definitely shooting more towards like a convention.
Right, like a convention, a fundraising convention. You don't really have to do any fundraising. We're just there to showcase those skills, right? We want people to see the work that we do and how we do it in a way to where these communities that are out there, they get a good basis of who they're going to for help, right? They have a better understanding. And the only way that you can do that is that you have to showcase ourselves, right? You have to really tell people, because when you talk about grief and in a setting like this, your approach has to be a little different. There's people out there that's skeptical about that support. And this is just a great way to remove that skepticism and go, you're right.
With the economic value of doing this virtually is because we've got so many people across the world that have these services that some of us are struggling, some of us aren't. And then the people that aren't struggling can promote these struggling businesses in their areas and stuff, and really start helping themselves out economically.
Right.
And then, something I'd like to add from the business standpoint of it, it creates more of a possibility to get better in niche advertisement worldwide, rather than like an in-person conference. You're kind of stuck to sponsors and advertisement for kind of the local area that you're in.
Yeah.
With these online events, we can have a sponsor over in Austria, and it's no different. It just connects everyone just seamlessly.
Yeah. Just like Nate said, it connects everyone, right? But also one of the huge benefits out of this, once this event is over, is the network that's built between there, right? Because now you can connect people that are doing the same things but never knew that they were there. So it's great. It's a great opportunity to build a better grief network, a stronger grief network across the board, and actually, I don't know, just help make a huge difference, man, on a different platform. I mean, why not, right? That's the whole thing. Like, why not? Yeah, why not? It just makes sense.
Yeah. No, it's a great opportunity for you to build your grief network.
Mm-hmm.
And like Nathan mentioned, possibilities. Like there are a lot of there's huge potential. I'm looking for a word. I guess endless opportunities. I don't know. Correct me.
Always endless opportunities, man. That's kind of been our business plan from the beginning. Is the sky's the limit.
Why not? Right?
If you can imagine it, we can probably figure out how to build it.
Yeah. And
there's no limit to what we can do. It's just what we're willing to put into what we do.
It's a great way, because with Nate and Josh with the production company, it's a great way to get your work out there. Because remember, a long time ago, you had to put it on the floppy disk, right? You had to write a program, put on, and pray that you can get it into someone's hands so they can see what you're doing. And your work at that time was generic at best.
Nowadays, you blast that across the internet, any platform you can find to throw it on, and hope that somebody sees it, and someone will.
Exactly. I mean, there's 8 billion people in the world, and we have access to each and every last one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the beautiful part. It's like, hey, I did this thing. I'm going to put it out there and see what happens, right? And you just let it, and you just keep doing that. So for the first time in a very long time, this is a great way to showcase your work, especially if you're, and it's easier now to start a business than it was 10, 15 years ago.
I agree.
Right? You know, and you can do it from the palm of your hand or by sitting at a desk.
Or your kitchen.
Or your kitchen, your living room, you know, like it doesn't take much nowadays, right? You know, so it's seeing the opportunity and using it in a way to where it benefits you, right? But also, you know, saying the bigger picture is making sure it is, when it's benefiting you, it's benefiting more people as well, because those people are your bread and butter, right? In the long run. So making sure that you just staying consistent with it, being patient and allowing things to just fall into place the way they're supposed to, right? You know, because it's not easy, but it's fun. It's definitely fun.
It is fun, and I think fun is the key ingredients, right? Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun, it's not worth it.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean that's where the motivation comes in too. I also like Josh's answer too. Like Josh, you talk about the endless business opportunities. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. The economic value of this too.
Yeah.
Is what I was talking about, was the economic value of using virtual online, because then, the rest of the economy misses out on people traveling to these things and stuff like that. But then we still have an opportunity to advertise, and these people that may not be doing so well can actually advertise on a bigger scale than what they're originally doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is very true. Also, a very important question. When are you planning to do this event, like this 3-day event?
So the event starts April 29th, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
April 29th.
6 a.m.
Sorry, terrible dyslexia. April 29th, 6 a.m. Currently scheduled to go all the way through that weekend to the 2nd, 6 a.m. But as I said, we are looking to expand the event. So if it goes a week, it goes a week.
But starts
Either
April
way,
29th.
Starts
6
April
a.m.
29th. It's 6 a.m.
Mountain time.
Mountain time.
Mountain time, okay. Because I'm the reason I asked that question is because I'm just working on a banner.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
That's really cool, man. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome. And we're almost near the end. I just have one question for the three of you, and I actually, I just want to create a scenario before I ask this question. Think of me as a young company, and I wanna do exactly what you, the three of you, are doing, and so I just want the three of your advice, three of you to advise me, or to a young organization who are starting to organize this virtual event. So, like, what advice would you give them? So
Don't be afraid to invest in yourself.
Don't be afraid to invest in myself. That's good.
Yeah. Because we spent a lot of money just getting this up off the ground.
Yeah.
Out of our own pocket, no loans, no nothing, but it all pays off in the end but make sure those are smart investments that you make on yourself, because sometimes they can be bad ones.
Yeah.
We've done our fair share of that as well, right?
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to make those mistakes neither, because those mistakes are going to teach you what you don't want, right? And so
never stop
like
learning.
I said, invest in yourself, and add into it. Be patient while you're going through the process, right? You will have times where you want to give up. Don't. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that you have people in your corner that can uplift you as well. Because I tell you, man, without these guys in my corner, and we have a few other people, not very many, because a lot of people fell out the boat a long time ago, right? and that's just the way that it is, right? During the process, don't take it personal the things that happen to you. Remember, they're there to help build you up and not there to break you down. Even though it can feel that way, and make sure as when you're going through it, make sure your reasoning for doing it, your why is bigger than anything, because those are going to be the things that's going to help you get through those hard moments when you are by yourself. As an entrepreneur, it's going to make you feel like you're going crazy sometimes, right? Because not every idea is going to work, and you're going to be banging your head. You're going to be like, and you may go
find yourself in a lot of situations of what am I doing?
Right. Yeah. You're going to question yourself, like, why am I crazy? Why am I doing this? Right.
Yeah.
And
along with that, imposter syndrome is real.
Yes. Imposter syndrome is real. Don't get caught up into what everybody else is doing.
It doesn't matter.
And don't try to reinvent the wheel neither. Right. There's someone who did it. There's a blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
Follow that blueprint and adjust it to what you're doing, and just have fun along the way, man. Have fun along the way.
Perfect.
Tips I've got is know your programs. Advertise. The more people that see your stuff, the farther it's going to get out there.
What channels would you recommend to advertise? Besides
anywhere you can post it, literally. We hit up multiple places all over Facebook. We definitely pay for advertising on Facebook. We pay for some YouTube advertising. We are looking into, I don't know if Tony's ready to let this one out, but
not yet. Not yet, but we do have
some big things.
And I'm saying it because I want to make sure that it's definite before we do it. I don't want to put something out there and then we change our minds because we found something better. But we are looking at a few major platforms to be able to come on, and we will talk more about it as we start to put everything else into place. We will be announcing where these platforms will be, and you'll probably see it yourself if you watch any sort of streaming.
We're attempting to make us a household name.
Right. So, it's I don't want to give away too much because I want to make sure that all our ducks are in a row before we do that.
Wow. Thank you so much, Tony, Nate, and Josh for that helpful tips and advice. And the advices are very valuable, and I will try my best to work at it, because I myself is working on a content studio, and like I mentioned in the start of my podcast, with a friend, and I will try. Obviously, there will be a virtual event down the road, like kind of like yours, like similar to yours, like 3 days. But then again, fingers crossed. As I'm working on it, I'm also working on a mockumentary, so I would love to share that with you. Once, since we have a Omicron, we are in a Omicron. What do you call it? I guess the phase or Omicron. Since there's Omicron right now.
Oh, the variant.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
The variant.
Yeah, the variant, right? But then again, I'm hearing from media that in April, because there's so many people protesting in Ottawa. I don't know if you watched that or not. So like in April, they're gonna make masks less. They'll make the wearing the mask less mandatory. I mean, it won't be mandatory to wear the mask, and then people can dine in. So like they're going to loosen the rules, and I don't know if physical events will be back on, but I'm not sure.
It's just the time we live in right now.
Yeah, because if things become like really bad again, then then the restriction will come back again. So so I actually it's up in the air, so I'm not sure what's happening right now, but that's what I heard. And so I just want to thank the three of you for coming to Talking BizTech. We will have I would love to have you, the three of you, again. Maybe after April. Maybe in the summer, but I'll keep I'll keep you updated. I'll keep the three of you updated. But thank you so much for the advice and for the tips and sharing your background. So yeah, I'm just going to turn off the three of your screen. Just stay there. We'll talk more.
Okay.
So yeah. Tony, thank you again, and
Thanks for having us on, man.
you're very welcome. And good luck with Chicken Production and Memories of Us.
Thank you.
I hope the event is helpful to a lot of people, and I hope you will grow the grief network. Is that correct, Tony?
Yes.
That's the purpose, man. Is that create more opportunities for collaborations. It's creating more opportunities for us to be able to work together with people in the same field to strengthen that network across the board, man.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, and have a wonderful day, guys.
You too, man.
So, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to Talking BizTech. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more podcasts like this. I'm going to make a monthly broadcast, and thanks to All Innovative Production for making this happen. And thanks again, and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.